The brightness of this day has given me the opportunity to bring you this video. Welcome back to my channel, Winging It with AC. My name is AC. So today I am here to show you what is in my pumping bag. This is the bag I take to work, and it contains all the things that I need to help me pump when I go to work. So in my previous video, I showed my morning routine as a mom working outside the home, and I think I did promise in the video that I would show you the things that I pack in this bag. So let's get started. Now, first of all, you need a bag, but I have seen online that there are pumping bags. So there are bags that have been specifically made for moms who pump outside the home. These nice fancy bags, they have different pockets, and then some are specifically designed for certain brands of breast pumps. But I did not go that route. I just went and bought one of these things, and it has served me well. Okay, so first of all, we have our bag. So first of all, we have our breast pump. So this is a breast pump I used when I had serum, and now I've been using it since I had Cuckoo. It's the Spectra S1 breast pump, and it is rechargeable. So I usually recharge it at night. I think I just leave it overnight, but this is the charger. I don't carry the charger around with me. I just charge it at night, and then it's good to go for me to use it several times during the day before I need to charge it again. So it's a double breast pump, which means I can connect the two to both breasts, and then and it's hands free basically once you can connect it to your bra. So we have a breast pump, and then next off I have this cooler. Now this cooler is one of the best investments I've made. It's not like it was that expensive. I don't remember how much it cost me, but I bought this when I had serum, and so I've had it for about almost 3.5 years now. I bought it from Melcom. So when I'm leaving in the morning, I fill this to the brim with ice, and it keeps it very well actually. And then depending on how many bottles that I pump while I'm away, all of the 3 bottles are able to fit into this ice chest. No, it's not ice chest, into this cooler, but without ice. So when the ice melts down into water, I still leave the cold water inside and the icicles in it, and then I still put the bottles in it just to keep it as cold as possible until I get home. And it does a fantastic job of doing that. So this is the second thing I have in my bag. The third thing I have, of course, you cannot have your pump without your pump bottles. So these are my pump bottles. I usually keep them inside a Ziploc bag, so that that's a hack I learned way back from watching so many pumping videos. So even when I'm going to keep them in the freezer, most of the time I would still keep them in the Ziploc bag and put it in the fridge. Of late, I don't quite do that. I just place the 2 bottles in the fridge, and then I go about my day. So when I go to work and I pump, when I get to work and I pump, when I finish pumping, I rinse the bottles with water. So I just use room temperature water, drinking water, clean water to rinse it. So I just pour it down here, and then I rinse it. In one of my videos, I showed how I do that. When I am home, I use hot water to rinse it out, and then I put it in the fridge for the next pumping session later on. When I come back home in the evening, these get washed ready for the next day. Then next up, I have these 3 bottles. So these are the bottles that I pour the milk into when I finish pumping at work. And depending on how often I pump at work, sometimes I come home with all the 3 bottles filled. Now sometimes it's quite a task fitting the 3rd bottle in here, and so then when I do it, sometimes the bottle would come out like dented, but it doesn't stay for long. It just pops back up. So these are the 3 bottles. I haven't had a situation where all 3 bottles were filled and I still needed more. In the past, I used to have inside this one of my breast milk storage bags, and that was there for a just in case moment, for if I pump and then all 3 bottles are full and I need more space, but I haven't encountered that yet and ever. So these 3 bottles do just fine. And then the last thing that I have in my pumping bag is this. So it's not just any Intomago, it is a breastfeeding cover. So I take this along because you may assume that maybe you will pump in your office or somewhere where nobody will come in, but you just never know. Most of the times I pump in my car, lots of the times I pump in my car. So if I'm pumping in my car, I have this over here, and then I connect everything, and then I pump. Where I park the car, really though, nobody would see what I'm doing unless they come close to the car, but it's still best to just have this on before you connect and be exposing all your prize goodies. Even when I'm pumping in my office with the door locked, I still put this over me and then connect the pump, because what if you somehow you thought you locked the door but you didn't lock the door and somebody just walks in on you. So that may be me being paranoid, I don't know, but I don't think so. So I have this all the time in my pumping bag, and there are times where I've had to pump while driving. I have done that like 4 or 5 times over the past 2 months. So I put this on, especially if I am on my way home and there's bad traffic and I am engorged. Most of the time I'm doing it because I am engorged, so I don't want to wait an hour more to get home before I pump. So I do it on the way, and then when I get home I disconnect and pour everything out. So basically that's all I have in my pumping bag. When I was pumping with serum, I also had my this balm, the nipple cream. I used to have it in there, and then hand sanitizer. The reason why I don't have hand sanitizer in this one now is because when I pump in my car, I have hand sanitizer sitting in my car, so I just use that. But if I'm pumping in my office, I go to the washroom to wash my hands first before I come and sit down and pump. And then I have hand sanitizer in my handbag, which is in my office, so I don't necessarily have that in here. Now when it comes to my pumping routine, I think I mentioned it in my previous video. I am once again going to leave the link to that in the description box. I pump in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, I pump once, and that's about around 5 a.m. and then when I get to work, so when I get to work as early as 7:15, 7:30, I pump again. And then if I get the opportunity between 8 o'clock and 2 o'clock, the time I close, I pump again, usually between 11, 11:30, 12, 12:30. I pump around that time, and then immediately I get home, I pump again. Now I wanted to talk about how this pumping journey has gone, but I don't want this video to be too long. This is not the essence of this video, so I'm going to put that in another video. So I hope that this video has been helpful to any new mom out there, or you may be a 2nd-time mom, 3rd-time mom, 4th-time mom, but you're having to pump this time around because maybe with the first 2 you were a stay-at-home mom, or the first 3 you were a stay-at-home mom, or with your first you were a stay-at-home mom and you didn't have the need to pump, or pump at work, but now you're working outside the home and you need to pump when you go to work. So this video is for you, anybody who just feels like watching it because you like my matter. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.